Hello, individual that I 100% don't know. That's totally, yeah, I don't know anyone by Greg. Yeah. Hello, stranger, how is it going? I just got a battery low message on my headphones, which is super annoying. I have to be right back. Apparently, my headphones need changing out. Okay, I'm back. Headphones switched. Yeah, that's rather disappointing. I don't like these headphones as much. But they 100% work. That's the thing. Oh man, there's a game theory that I really want to watch. I'll have to wait afterwards. So today is what I like to call Halloween Eve. The eve of Halloween, the spookiest of times. Well, not as spooky as Halloween itself. Or, you know, tax time. That's pretty spooky. And today, I'd like to just do something that I feel is special, but we've done it before. Take a big ol' poop on Nuke Top 5s. They came out with a brand new one. Just came out yesterday. Let's have a look at it. Now, like always, this is my first time seeing these videos, so if just like jump scares or some horde triggering thing, I don't know about it, and I'm sorry if it happens. But these guys still exist, so I assume they don't do things like this.
So as you guys know, I'm a huge fan of horror and all things spooky. And that's why I subscribe to Shudder.com, which is by far the best horror video streaming service out there. With Shudder, you get access to great Shudder original horror movies like Superhost and the awesome
This person is running an ad in their video, and thereby running an ad in my video.
You also get other great Shudder
I'm not getting paid for it.
like 3 full seasons of my all-time favorite horror anthology series, Creepshow. So if you're looking for some spooky entertainment, there are literally hundreds of great horror movies and shows available.
Okay. Can we...
yourself.
I saw the NU and I thought they were typing nude, so I skipped even faster. I was like, no, none of my innocent, family, not friendly channel. Hold on. I'm quite sure you don't want your family watching this. Anyways.
Cool. Yes, it is, isn't it?
Anyway, so I'm a huge fan of Shudder.com, and I think you will be too. On TikTok. TikTok user Lacey Nicole is a theater teacher at Sarasota High School in Florida. Lacey says that there have always been stories about the ghost of, quote, Shannon, a Victorian woman who is said to haunt the high school's theater. Back in 2007, during a high school production of Beauty and the Beast, many believed that Shannon the ghost made a very unexpected appearance, and it was all captured on camera.
It was it? Okay. Did you really take a video of a theater production and went, hey, something spooky happened in this theater production? It's not like people are there literally to act. Hey Crash, how's it going?
White dress can be seen floating 8 to 10 feet above the stage. Now, it should be noted that this was in no way a part of the play.
Oh,
so could
it
this
wasn't.
be the spirit of Shannon, the Victorian-era ghost that haunts the theater? Let me know what you think.
Okay, here's what I think. Theater kids got hold of a strobe light, white dress, and a rope. And did literally the oldest trick in the book. Attach someone to a rope. Dingle them a little bit. They are theater kids. They are well trained in this kind of stuff, so it's not beyond a realm of possibility that they decided just to screw with everyone. Come on, it's a bunch of teenagers. If it was a part of the play, that would be one good plot twist. It would be. I think it's just a
TikTok
push a
user
particular.
IC claims that his friends captured something very strange on their outdoor security camera.
Well, I 100% tell you it's fake now.
Right now. You can go slow-mo.
Attack of the Theo Kids, the worst kind. I get enough of this on Reddit. I don't need this. Okay. So, a small explanation of these cameras. The frame rate sucks. First of all.
Oh, what the frick, dude? So weird.
A strange.
Oh, what the frick, dude?
That's interesting. Okay.
So weird.
A strange figure seems to walk across the street and then just seems to float up into the sky. Even weirder, then another large dark shadow seems to fly above the houses and disappear.
A large dark shadow could have easily been a bird from overhead. Looks like they have some sort of street light there. And that mysterious figure walking across the street and floating. Imagine for a second that in between our eyes and this road is a pane of glass. Then you might draw for a second that there could be something crawling on that pane
Even
of
weirder,
glass.
then another large dark shadow seems to fly above the houses and disappear.
I think it's likely some sort of bug flew in front of or climbed on top of the lens. If it was climbing on top of, we see more of a dark shadow, so it's more likely flying in front of. And that bug was likely flying for its life because it probably figured there was a giant bird flying around. And it just flew across. Or a bat. Maybe even a bat.
Now, as always,
That
I'm
would be
going to
spooky.
let you decide just what this could be.
But it looks a lot like... someone holding a child's hand.
Well, I frankly have no idea what this is. Could it be something paranormal?
It
Or
could be
if you have
something
a
going
more
on a
logical
spider web.
explanation,
I don't know what it
please
is.
let
Definitely
me
not a
know
ghost, though.
down in the comments.
I understand why people look at that and see, oh, that's ghosts.
TikTok user Tara from Phoenix, Arizona claims that only a year after she and her husband moved into their new home, their security cameras begin to record strange things happening all around their house.
That just happened.
One day when Tara and her husband are away from home, their two dogs begin to act very strangely.
I've been acting strange all this time. No one assumed it. Of course, acting strange. You've locked them in small cages. Perhaps just a big bird or smoke or something. Could be. This just looks like normal dogs being normal dogs to me. Oh, what was that big flash of red? That is a dog, yes. Dog had the sniffles, yes. Hmm.
The dogs seem very upset about something as they continuously bark from within their crates.
What could it be?
But then mysteriously, the
crates.
dogs suddenly just stop barking completely, even though they still look a bit anxious.
Because they
Then it
understand that
almost seems
barking's
like
doing
something
nothing.
yanks off one of the dog's collars.
Could
Tara
just be.
says she has no idea why the dog suddenly stopped barking or what happened to the collar. But what do you think?
Okay, I'll give a shot at the collar. That one I can't easily explain. Aside from general mechanical malfunction of the collar's locking mechanism, or getting caught on the cage that they've been trapped in. They could be barking because they're in small cages. Eventually stop barking when they realize, well, that's... no one's coming to save them. May as well save their energy. The dog honestly was scared by the collar.
10 years ago, paranormal investigators and brothers Josh, Sean, and Rocky Foreman from the YouTube channel Paranormal Nightmare TV series
Okay, area mark against them.
went out to investigate the allegedly haunted Sullivan Johnson Museum in Hardin County, Ohio.
Okay, another mark. So we've got a YouTube channel that makes money on you being scared and believing in ghosts, and we've got a museum that makes money by tourists coming along trying to find the ghost. So we've got two groups financially motivated to display ghosts right here. And more than two people. That museum probably has more than one employee, and that YouTube channel seems to have a few people.
Built in 1896, the elegant three-story museum was once the private home of the Sullivan family, who
It's
lived
fancy.
there for over 80 years. It is said that
That's
the
not that
ghosts of
long.
several members of the Sullivan family still wander the haunted halls of the museum to this day. The Foreman brothers attempt to make contact with any spirit that might inhabit the building. Their EVP recorder captures some strange and disturbing messages.
We mean you no harm.
Do not look at the words that are going to appear on
We're
screen.
doing an
Just don't.
investigation.
Are you in here?
But that's not all that the investigators capture at the Sullivan Johnson Museum. When they head down into the basement, they see something downright chilling.
Anybody down here? Jesus Christ. Did you see that? Yeah.
I didn't.
Anybody down here?
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
their face.
Did you see that? Yeah. Tell him to go.
Did you see it? As the brothers turn a corner, they almost walk right into what appears to be the small, dark apparition of a child. And its
That's not what I
face
see.
just does not look quite human. But what do you think this bizarre figure
See more of a Halloween mask.
could be? Could it just be a very odd trick of the light?
It could be, yeah, actually.
Down in the comments.
Okay, some few tips if you're doing ghost hunting. Don't trust random noise. Your mind can make things up. I think that's what was happening with that thing that I told you not to look at, the words on the screen, which Now I forgot what it was. It sounded like a lot like a random noise that could kind of being piecemealed in your mind to mean some word or collection of words. It's a well-known phenomenon. You get that a lot when you play records backwards. The devil's in the records sometimes. That's all the details, but you know. As for that face, I don't know. Could be a mask. I will note that they caught a glimpse of the face and then immediately turned the camera away. Big tip for you ghost hunters out there. Keep locked on. If you're trying to get proof of a ghost, a smudge in 3 frames is not really proof. Keep locked on to that ghost with the camera. And try not to look away from it with the camera. Feel free to, you know, yep, I'm still filming you, don't worry. But, you know, keep the camera on it. Because now I'm suspicious that was just someone who held out a mask and they had plenty of time to hide when they were cowering in fear. Granted, the Ancient One of Fear does appreciate that, but, you know, the Ancient One of Ghostbusting does not. I'm not sure that's an entity. I've made up an entity.
You can watch many more amazing
Ancient One of
paranormal
Scooby-Doo
investigations over on the YouTube channel Paranormal Nightmare TV series.
Anybody down here? Jesus Christ.
If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com. Graveyard
I guess I scared my
Shift.
mommy.
Now this next creepy video went viral in the Philippines and hundreds of Nuke's Top 5 viewers were nice enough to send it in to me. So it definitely deserves a spot in this week's top 5.
Okay.
So, late one night a security guard from Davao de Oro, Philippines is
Front-loading
patrolling
story.
the university campus all alone. Suddenly bizarre and unexplained things begin to happen, and the frightened guard takes out his phone and starts recording the terrifying paranormal activity.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. So ngayong gabi mag-robing ako. So check natin yung mga office. Saka sa likod nitong building na to. Check natin kasi may mga
Put in a different language and I cannot tell if you are lying or not.
So ating oras is 12:07.
So this man could be honest.
So yan guys, yung trabaho ko sobrang dilim. So
The worst of actors can pull one over me his own. Oh, that's buddy, you've got an intruder. Call the police.
grabe yung ano ko, tumindig yung balahibo ko. So yan guys. So check natin.
Interesting.
So yun guys, narinig mo yun? Yan, narinig ko ngayon guys na naka-on yung yan. Yan guys, so yung kita niyo yung mga bangko. Yan guys.
Okay.
Yan, walang tao dyan guys ha.
Okay.
Tapos yung electric fan sa itaas. Yan o.
Shifting chairs is a classic.
Ito guys. Yan, kita niyo. Yan guys, so. Yan guys. Kita niyo. Yan guys, so. Kita niyo.
There should be some people messing with him. I think that's along the lines of but he should be able to see them on the side, so that doesn't mean he's being messed with, so that has to mean he's in on it.
Grabe, nakakatakot dito guys, sobra. So check natin, pasukin natin guys.
He's given him plenty of time to walk away, and he's avoiding one corner of the room. And now it becomes impossible to fake. Unless the people are behind him.
Grabe. Sobrang nakakatakot guys.
Okay, a few options.
Tinding ng balahibo ko. Sobrang
People...
Ayan. Kita niyo naman guys yung guys. Try natin off yung
Interesting.
kasi naka-on yan. Yan. Naka-on yan.
Oh, so that's what ceiling fans look like in this building.
Labas na guys kasi kaya yung takot dito. Yan lang guys. Yan guys, kita guys.
A door opens and slams shut. Ceiling fans turn on by themselves. And most horrifying of all,
Not that
classroom
horrifying.
chairs slide across the floor in all directions. So could it be that this university in the Philippines is haunted? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
It could be an elaborate hoax, it really could. You could have people with strings pulling at different ends and then hopping out of windows or through doors that we don't quite see. And then pulling through the door at that last bit that really kind of throws me off. This would have to be a multi-person team for this to be fake. It's rather spooky though. I'm half convinced if it's true. But only half. Other options could be giant magnets, but I guess I would affect the video recording equipment, wouldn't it? Not quite sure on that one. Be an elaborate hoax if it was.
You decide. Tunnel vision. Popular urban explorer Chris Hill from the YouTube channel Urbex Hill is back, exploring another creepy abandoned location in his home state of Ohio. This time he travels to the Molly Stark Sanatorium, a beautiful sprawling hospital built in the 1920s for patients suffering from tuberculosis.
Totally haunted
Many of
them.
the hospital patients did not survive their stay and passed away from their terrible illness inside these hospital walls. In 1995, the sanatorium was closed for good and the structure was left abandoned.
You know, about
The
20, 30
hospital
years, we're gonna have hospitals like this, but instead of tuberculosis, it's gonna be corona. I think we're spawning a whole generation of ghost stories.
said to be extremely haunted by the ghosts of past patients. Despite the spooky stories and legends, Chris Hill is intent on exploring the historic building
Oh, that's
and makes his way inside. Chris soon begins to
Historic
feel like he
and
might not
grossly
be alone inside
cared
the
for.
old building.
Just a second, I want to address that. You thought you heard someone, and you're in an abandoned hospital. Wait a minute, is it even safe in there? Is tuberculosis like a thing that can hide and stay around? You might be risking your life going to this thing, guy.
Chris quickly turns off his light as he believes he hears someone nearby, but he dismisses the sound as potentially just his imagination and continues on exploring. Deep in the basement of the sanatorium, he finds a winding concrete tunnel system. Again, the urban explorer hears something.
These tunnels are creepy as
And weird. Why are they there?
Okay, I heard something.
You say footsteps. I heard clinking material.
Okay, I heard something.
I hear wood.
Definitely heard something that time.
Chris is exploring all alone when he hears the last thing that you want to hear when you're down in dark tunnels beneath an allegedly haunted sanatorium. Footsteps in the dark. Now a bit freaked out, he nevertheless decides to continue through the tunnel. That's when things take a terrifying turn.
What the f is that?
I can't see. Someone put a giant white dot in front of it. could be a homeless guy.
There's somebody down here. I swear I saw somebody.
I'm seeing a lot of axes from above. Looks like some sort of manhole cover.
It's a dead end. Oh my. What?
Well, I mean, just to clarify, I'm not sure it was a person. It was very difficult with that giant white dot over it.
What? I'm out of here. I swear I legit saw somebody. And this is dead. I'm out of here.
Why would there be a tunnel with a dead end on it?
This is crazy. Hell no.
There's a lot of pipes. I see a lot of
When the
utility
footage is
stuff.
brightened, we can see that something seems to be coming towards Chris, but then suddenly disappears. But most horrifying of all, Chris follows and discovers that the tunnel is a dead end, and whoever or whatever he saw had no place to go.
I don't think that was a dead
The
end.
explorer is now creeped out and has had enough of the spooky sanatorium.
I don't know.
But when he tries to find his way back out of the tunnels, this happens.
Y'all will not believe this. My f***ing light died. Nah, this is some bullshit. I'm using a f***ing
Some say
cell
he
phone.
still wanders those halls today, forever lost in the haunted sanitarium. It's your friend. He followed you from the tunnels.
What? What the? How is it not working?
As Chris is frantically searching for an exit from the dark tunnels, Chris's camera light dies at the worst possible time, even though the battery was fully charged. So with only the dim light from his cell
Anyways.
phone to guide him,
Ah, yes,
he
evil
finally
clown.
manages to find his way back out. So did Chris capture the apparition of one of the hospital's deceased patients roaming the dark underground tunnels?
I don't
Let me
know.
know what you think.
There are manhole
Watch this
covers.
full
Maybe
two-part
somebody
exploration and many more videos
opened a
of
manhole
abandoned
cover and
historic locations
shoved a
over
picture of
on
a
the
spooky
YouTube
ghost
channel,
under it.
Urbex Hill.
It'd have to be like poster size, but maybe.
Haunting of Eric Gunner. Popular YouTuber Eric Gunner claims that he has had some terrifying paranormal encounters at his home
Is he a popular YouTuber because he claims he has paranormal experiences? Because,
in Mexico. Eric recently purchased and moved into a new home.
okay, recently.
Bizarrely enough, the woman who previously owned the house left most of her belongings behind. Eric says he has no idea what happened to the woman, but he also says that he didn't really ask many questions because he got the house at a very good price. But soon after moving in, Eric is awakened one night by strange sounds coming from downstairs. He's worried that someone might have broken into the house, and to make matters worse, the power is out and he can't seem to get a signal on his phone.
Did
He
you
grabs
forget?
a flashlight and records with his phone as he fearfully goes to investigate. What happens next is downright chilling.
Me choca ese teléfono.
Ah! Okay.
Creo que nunca había mostrado mi casa. Aquí es donde reciente me mudé.
Lovely chandelier.
Hasta miedo me da gritar hola.
I've had that happen before. Usually turns out to be a device I left on.
Lo estético usa todo, hasta allá. Imagínense qué tan grande está. O sea, real. Es todo este pedazo.
Okay.
Ay, cabrón.
Ah? What was that?
Seguro se grabó. No, 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 no.
No, I want to see it again.
Ay, cabrón. Seguro se grabó. No, 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 no.
Eric doesn't notice, but as he descends the staircase, the voice of a woman can be heard saying atrás, or in English, back, or perhaps go back.
Me choca ese teléfono.
I heard that before.
And then when he heads back up the stairs, the same voice seems to say subi, or go up. Then his blood runs cold, because as he looks toward the end of the hallway, he sees someone staring back at him. Now very freaked out, he reluctantly goes over to investigate. But there's no one there.
There's no
Cut to a
one
month
there.
later, and Eric is awakened in the middle of the night again, this time from the sound of someone knocking on his bedroom door.
La verdad sí pienso mucho en si bajar o no, porque
Okay, so remember what I talked about beforehand. If you see a ghost, keep your camera on the ghost. Because really easy trick is to see a ghost, move the camera, have the person that was pretending to be a ghost just walk out of the scene, and then go back and look. There's more than one door there. There's more than one door. A person could have easily hid, or could have been a cardboard cutout that somehow blended into the wand. I'm not convinced on that end. As for the voice, that could have been an actor giving them instructions, telling them that they're ready and what exact location they're at.
le volvieron a pegar. Si vuelven a pegar, voy a abrir.
This is incredibly mundane, actually. The thing that makes it as scary is the person holding the camera. Jump scare?
Creo que se ve más.
Jump scare. Hold up. Hold on to your hats. Okay. No. They're being quiet for a reason, though. Getting us slow. Everyone do not feel safe. Do not feel
No hay nadie.
expecting. Something's gonna happen. It's like those,
Dejaron la luz prendida.
Yeah, how rude of them. That's gonna be a cost on electricity, you know. Is that a spooky mask I see?
Entonces les estaba diciendo otra vez.
Yeah. Nope. No. We are not having quiet. We are not building up suspicion.
¿Cómo es posible que alguien corra tan rápido?
What's quite
Someone is knocking, but when Eric opens it, again, no one there. Since the ladder to the attic is right outside his bedroom door, Eric decides to check up there.
Yeah.
And it did not go well.
It didn't go well.
Por aquí.
Okay, everyone not paying attention to the lull. Everyone be aware. A spooky thing is gonna happen. Where's the spooky thing? Spooky thing. We are patiently waiting for a spooky thing. Probably gonna be someone's face. Faces are usually spooky for some reason. Oh, what was that? I'm seeing weirdness. Okay.
Ese lazo se está moviendo.
The rope is moving. Okay.
Y aquí hay otro
Come
cuarto.
on.
¿Ya vieron?
Come on, turn more left. It's more left, isn't it? Now it's more right.
Bueno, ya vimos, ya vamos para abajo.
We're
O sea,
not
la
done.
verdad que yo no entiendo
Stay
por qué
up.
está pasando esto. Muchos me decían que no, que es que había sido por lo de la chica esta, de todo lo que había pasado. Escucho un ruido allá arriba.
There we go.
Eric hears a sound coming from the attic, and when he looks up, he sees a horrific, distorted face.
Whoa, 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 whoa! That's very
Eric
rude.
hears a sound coming from the attic, and when he looks up, he sees a horrific, distorted face.
A horrific, distorted face. Where could that face has come from? Where could that face have come from? Let's just.
Someone is knocking, but when Eric opens it, again.
It's just.
Entonces les estaba diciendo otra vez.
Guys. Is it that is it that face? Literally has the monster's mask on the wall. It couldn't be more on the nose. It couldn't be more on the nose,
He now
guys.
fears for the life of his little dog.
Oh,
He
little
decides to
doggy.
just pack up his stuff and move out of the house for good. You can check out more of Eric Gunner's strange encounters over on his YouTube channel, Full Gunner. Thanks for watching. Please follow me on
Well, that was Nuke's channel. They have a few more things. It seems they've dipped more and more to full-on fiction nowadays. They used to have slightly more convincing stuff. As we saw, the last person was legitimately having the mask of the ghost that they saw on the wall, and all of a sudden, it's there. My first reaction to that is, wow, you're just inviting ghosts at that rate. But yeah, I really feel like that's a straight up fantasy right there. Don't get me wrong, fantasies aren't bad. I mean, most of my existence is a fantasy. You know, I'm honest about it. I don't tell people that I'm really.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera, reaching out from the other side. This next mysterious video was captured in the countryside of Japan in 2018. YouTuber and paranormal researcher Fourth Wall claims that the video was shared directly with him by a source that wishes to remain anonymous. The footage shows someone walking around an old traditional Japanese graveyard in the middle of the night. The anonymous source lives right next to the cemetery and says that he heard a dog barking loudly throughout the night. Fed up with the continuous noise, he goes to investigate. Now, there have been rumors of strange things happening in this particular graveyard. So, he decides to film as he searches for the barking dog. It did not go well.
You just got that on the sound clip. Bark, 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 bark. Bark, bark. Bark, 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 bark. Doggo! Doggo, stop being so loud.
Did you see it? Right before he cuts the video and runs, a horrifying tiny little hand can be seen reaching out from underneath one of the gravestones. I've zoomed and stabilized the footage, and as you can see, the hand is so small that it almost resembles that of a very young child.
Something you would need to fit under there.
So is the graveyard haunted by a restless child spirit? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Not that elaborate.
You decide.
Kid hides in the graveyard.
Restoration.
Someone starts recording.
6 years
They
ago,
stick
in
their hand out.
2014, Matt West shared a very creepy video to his YouTube channel. Matt says that the video was shot by one of his friends who had recently bought an old house in Lumberton, Texas. Now, it should be noted that this house is said to be haunted by the ghost of a handicapped man in a wheelchair who lived in the home 40 years ago. Tragically, the man fell into the house's pool and drowned. Since then, many of the house's residents and visitors have claimed to see the terrifying apparition of a man in a wheelchair rolling aimlessly around the home.
That's only terrifying if you're a business who exclusively does not have ramps or handicap spots.
So, Matt West's friend was renovating the old house and was recording a before and after video of the house's restoration. When the man reviewed his camera footage, he was shocked to the core by what he found.
Shocked to the core. Now, come on.
Did you see it? As he enters one of the rooms, a figure in red can be seen moving in a doorway right in front of him. For some reason, he doesn't see the strange figure at all as he continues filming the room. Then, as he looks back, the apparition seems to float right by him without making a sound. Even stranger, the creepy figure in red appears to be
in a wheelchair?
Sitting in a wheelchair.
Okay.
So could this be the handicapped man who drowned in the swimming pool outside the home so many years ago? Or just who or what is that? Let me know what you think.
Hold on. Resident ghost is bothering me. It could be a ghost. I guess it could be. It could also just be a guy in a wheelchair that was there. This whole spookiness really relies on us trusting the story, when in reality it could be a story of a guy in a wheelchair having his house renovated.
Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. A school like a prison.
Yep,
Over on the
that's school in
YouTube channel
general.
Michio FL Chan, Brandon Benson and his friends decide to explore a series of creepy abandoned buildings near his home in England. The buildings have a very dark history. This place was a Victorian
They do,
era
they want to be here.
reformatory school for boys, basically a prison for children. The reform school originally opened in 1857 and housed poor children who had committed crimes. Most of the offenses were nothing serious. In fact, many of the poor boys were in prison simply for begging for food on the streets. Nevertheless, the children at the school were treated like hardened convicts. They were forced to work at hard labor. The school/prison has now been abandoned for over 30 years. Local legend says that the buildings are still haunted by the lingering souls of the boys who suffered there. So, Brandon and his friends spend a day exploring the creepy abandoned building, and then they upload their video to YouTube. That's
Okay, sorry to pause at random times. I hate when people pause in the middle of videos. But I just want to say, most of the story is believable up to this point. That sounds like how police dealt with children in the past. How government and society treated poor children in the past. And I'm just happy we don't live in those times anymore. Anyways, continuing.
That's when they discover something truly terrifying. As the teens enter one of the old buildings, this happens.
Me and Carm will call each other in case we get split up and we can't find each other. We've got no phone signal either. Alright, let's go to the next building.
What?
Did you see it?
Did I see?
Got no phone signal either. Alright, let's go to the next building.
Okay, I'm trying to get frame perfect. You see nothing. You see nothing. This is more spoilers.
Victorian era who had committed facts for Things Day. As the teens enter one of
In case we get spoiled.
Gosh darn.
Alright.
That looks real enough.
Let's go. Building. Alright. Let's go, Jimmy.
I can't get a clear shot of it.
Did you see it? A disfigured face seems to stare out at the boys from one of the old.
Good way to
Did
know.
you see it? A disfigured face seems to stare out.
I see it. I see it. Notably, it's the same color as this. Hold on. No. Off this shadow. This is this wall. This isn't a ghost at
the
all.
boys from one of the old classrooms. Brandon says that he has no explanation for the bizarre leering face. But what do you think?
But got me
Is
at
the
first.
abandoned reform school haunted? Or could this simply be a very, very strange reflection? Let me know down in the comments.
Would be a reflection.
Meanwhile, on TikTok, Chilean TikTok user Franco Vhek'ith claims that he has been experiencing shocking paranormal activity in his home. He says that he's seen unexplained shadows, had severe sleep paralysis, has actually been bitten on his back by an unseen force, and perhaps creepiest of all, he's captured the terrifying apparition of a girl wandering through his house at night. In a previous video, I featured several of Franco's creepy encounters with the alleged female ghost. After these scary encounters, Franco says that the paranormal entity has not left him alone, and the supernatural activity in his home has only intensified.
Guys, come on. That was just trash right there.
The spirit seems to toy with Franco, frequently turning on his bathroom shower and sink and causing his lights to flicker or malfunction. One night, when Franco is home alone, he notices that the light and stereo downstairs seem to mysteriously turn on by themselves.
Se encendió la luz de abajo y está sola la casa. Voy a bajar.
Man, I should start making these I'm being haunted videos. It'd be so easy. I legitimately have some of these issues. I come out in the middle of the night and my computer's on despite the fact that I turned it off. Things keep falling from my refrigerator, the top of my refrigerator, almost killing my wife a few times. That might be a slight exaggeration.
Then, on another night, things get downright terrifying.
Downright terrifying. As terrifying as that apparition that you showed us earlier.
Estás viendo la escalera y no hay nadie. Concha María.
No one saw her mother. What the heck?
Did you see it? After hearing a voice, Franco goes back to his bedroom. As he pans his camera around the room, in one split second, a woman can be seen sitting on his bed. When he pans...
Okay, yes, but we see...
In one split second, a woman can be
we see
seen
right
sitting
about
on his bed.
Here is called a camera wipe. You got no way of telling what happened there. Could have been a clean cut.
When he pans back just a second later, no one there. Franco didn't even notice the creepy apparition himself, but when he posted the video, his viewers pointed it out immediately. But is it a real ghost or just some very good special effects?
Not that good.
Let me...
Alright. So this guy, the moment they introduced him, I knew it just wasn't it. This guy is intentionally doing some things Let me show you what really took
Explains
me off.
shadows, of course, and perhaps creepiest of all, he's captured the terrifying apparition of a girl wandering through his house at night.
There's nothing spooky about that. Aside from the fact, okay, they're doing the spooky. There's nothing paranormal about that. This is just infrared. This is just what you look like in infrared.
In a previous video, I featured several of Franco's creepy encounters. Franco says that the paranormal entity has not left him alone. The spirit seems to toy with home, has only.
But this right here is proof of a ghost. I'm not quite sure what that reads, but I'm pretty sure it's something along as try this filter. Well, this is what it looks like, a computerized filter.
Intensified. The spirit seems to toy with Franco.
I think Franco's toying with us.
Is it a real ghost or just some very good special effects? Let me know what you think. So, it's kind of become a bit of a trend in TikTok dance videos these days for someone to post a dance and then there's some spooky shadow or something in the background.
Come on.
It's gotten to the point that I usually just don't feature those videos. But, many viewers sent in this next clip, and I have to say, it's a video in an empty parking lot for fun, but things take a very strange turn.
You should see the face I'm making right now.
As she dances from left to right, Mary Liz appears to be completely alone. But then suddenly the figure of a man appears right behind her. He has his back turned towards her and moves backwards before simply disappearing. He has his back turned towards her and moves backwards before right behind her. He has his back turned towards her.
Okay.
And moves back.
Okay. Notice the quality of the woman. Notice the quality of the environment.
The figure of a man appears right behind her. He has his back turned towards her and moves backwards before simply disappearing.
There's a quality difference.
Some TikTok users think it's just really good editing. Some think it could be an optical illusion. And some even think the mysterious man is a time traveler.
I know one thing for sure, that's not a ghost. There's a few options here. One of which is this woman took all of this, from a video.
Anyway,
and is staying from a green screen. That could be an option. I feel like we would notice some artifacts around the outline of the woman, so I don't know if that's true. Another option is she could have just slapped that guy in there. I'm noticing a distinct quality difference between that person's image and her image right now. That's a lot more crisp and cleaner. I guess it could be an artifact of the recording device. Maybe it doesn't handle motion that well, but I'm noticing a difference.
Let me know. Scratch. Popular YouTube ghost hunting channel Mindseed TV received an
Okay, we continue. It's okay.
alarming phone call from a woman desperately looking for help. Her entity, a very fitting name.
But there's like all these scratches all over the house?
There's scratches all over the floor right here too.
Well, this is like something scratching to get out.
Oh, that's on the inside?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this one.
Dude, she's not
Soon after the Mindseed guys start their investigation, it becomes clear that something does not want them there.
Alright, I'm coming up. Can you please not push me? Oh, it just says shove us on the Oculus.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're downstairs.
Can you please not shove us?
So that was a threat.
That's what
Oh, look at that. They have a new ghost hunting tool. It has lights on it.
I think.
Okay, we're doing okay. So what we got here is, guys, I gotta be honest with you, I'm picking up bad acting. The way they're talking, it's bad acting. I'm not saying that my acting's good, I'm just detecting lies?
Keith, holy f***, are you good?
No, it's
No.
dude.
You alright?
Yeah, what was that like?
I don't know, it's like...
In the home's basement, they find 3 strange bricks lined up perfectly to block up a small hidden area inside a brick wall. The Mindseed TV guys remove the bricks to find what looks to be the charred remains of something with a very foul stench.
There's flies. Look.
Yeah, that's some type of charred remains.
There's flies in here too.
Yeah, that is charred looking, right? What's up with the bricks there?
Casey, Tanner, and Colton decide to do what they call in the paranormal field a quote, blind spirit box session. Tanner covers his eyes and ears, so he is only able to hear the answers coming through the spirit box. Meanwhile, Casey and Colton ask the ghost questions. When they ask about the hole in the wall, they get a response that is downright chilling.
There's something buried in the rubble. I'm not going to touch it. What's inside this wall?
Baby. For the spirit.
But when Casey asked about the remnants behind the wall, and Tanner's response was baby for the spirit, my stomach flipped over.
When asked about the mysterious burned remains inside the wall, Tanner hears the words baby and for the spirit.
But we don't get to hear that. Here's what I'm noticing a lot of from this video in particular. They are getting auditory clues that they hear and only they hear. Which is interesting. And we've got a person who's locked themselves in a room, removing all sense of sight and sound. I just don't buy it. I just don't buy it. Every now and then I pick up on some bad acting that really feels like, well, when I say bad acting, I mean I can tell that they're acting. So I don't know if it's bad. Maybe I'm just a huge twat. That's possible.
After this intense experience, the team has had enough stress for the night and decide to just get some sleep. Of course, it did not go well.
You slept in the haunted house?
Whatever it was so loud that it made me jump out of bed, and then next thing I know, I hear the guys yelling.
Okay, no. I'm done. Legitimately, I'm done. Oh, wow. No, I can't handle it anymore. Thank you very much for everyone. I just want to say, they have so many subscribers. Maybe I should start doing this. Maybe I should do a really good fake and then do a breakdown video of how it was fake. That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. You've seen nothing of here, by the way, nothing.
A loud bang from somewhere in the house wakes up the 3 investigators. Colton claims he heard it coming from the roof right above his room.
I don't see in the yard. Oh man. Hey, wait.
Scratchy?
Yeah, it's like there's some.
I'm not even giving these guys the time of day. Wow. Yeah, no, I'm just looking at this and in the back of my head it works in more and more. They are professional YouTube. They make their money off of this, and I can pick up some not so much truth speaking as much as a ghost hunter picks up ghosts feelings, I guess. And they have no display of this auditory evidence that they're getting. This is the end of the video.
Like that just sounded like he's laughing.
Alone, they all want to leave.
Wait.
But
No.
What happens next is truly bizarre. It's truly bizarre.
I did it. I did it.
That's not what I heard. I heard beep beep beep.
She said I made it clear. Goosebumps all over. I was just laughing. Something. Blood or listen?
Seems to come through the spirit box as if mocking the Mindseed TV team. They finally decide to just get out of there. So, what do you think is haunting the home? Is it real? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
The whole channel is a elaborate hoax, I'm telling you. Anyways, I'm gonna give me a second. What is a spirit box? A spirit box is a device that rapidly sweeps the frequency channels of radio stations, creating a white noise effect. This is said to allow spirits to use the energy to manipulate it to form words and phrases. Clear sounds that sometimes are heard as intelligence responses can be caught while the device scans multiple radio stations. It is thought the faster the sweep, the clearer the information. Yeah, guys, I don't know what to tell you. The guys listened to a radio, they heard a voice. Well, you know, this was fun. This was fun. This is a great way to spend a Halloween Eve watching bad, scary videos and talking about how very bad they are. This was fun to me. Thank you everyone who joined me. I'm sorry that I may have lost a few of you, but happy you were here in the first place. Every single one of you means so much to me. I just want to say thank you. I'll leave you all for the evening and regret to inform you that I may not be streaming tomorrow despite it being the day of Halloween. Apparently I have a busy day. Thank you and goodbye.